Hey everybody, I'm Lauren Kalil, and back in February, I had the chance to sit down with the 6-time CrossFit Games champion, Tia-Clair Toomey. She dives into 5 timely topics regarding her pregnancy, the 2023 CrossFit Games, and the 2024 season.
So at what point did you find out that you were pregnant? Was it because your hormones felt different, or did you ultimately think, hey, maybe I should take a test?
So originally I just thought I was so drained from a whole season, and I just needed a break. So I did my normal routine where I have a lot of time off after the games. I also was going through my back injury, so I was actually taking a little bit more time off. I would slowly come back to the gym and see if, moving the body helped, but it still wasn't right, and I still needed to have that extra bit of time to recover the back. And so over that whole process, I definitely didn't feel myself. I was so emotional. There were a few times where I'd gone and done appearances around the world, and I'd come back, and because I'd just been in contact with so many different people, I got the flu. And then my recovery just wasn't as normal. I wasn't bouncing back as normal as possible. So I started to think maybe this is a little bit more than just being fatigued or emotionally drained. Shane and I started thinking that it was adrenal fatigue. So we started doing tests and going and seeing the doctor and double checking and making sure that I was getting the right nutrients and everything. My iron levels, my zinc levels, my vitamin B levels were all high, and everything. And then everything was coming back fine. And I was like, well, what is it? And naturally you put on a little bit more weight throughout the off season. So my boobs do grow a little bit. But this time they were really sore, and I was like, okay, there is no way, but I should probably just do a pregnancy test. And I swear I didn't even need to pee on it, and it was so positive. It was so positive so quickly, and I had a little bit of a freak out, but I was so excited to tell Shane. Once I did tell him, he's like, no, let's just do another test. So I had I bought 3 tests, so he's peed on it for a second time, did that, and he's like, no, you got to do it again, just in case. And I said, did it again, and I'm like, Shane, I'm running out of pee, I cannot pee anymore. And he's like, it was all 3 were positive. There was no negative, nothing like that. And then we made a appointment to go get an ultrasound just in case. So until that ultrasound and until we actually heard the heartbeat, we just we're not sure, we don't want to get too excited, but Shane's grin was just so big from ear to ear. And, the hope that it was a reality was just everything was crossed. So as soon as we heard the heartbeat, I had tears in my eyes. Shane was just on cloud 9. And, yeah, becoming parents was a soon reality. So,
have you had any weird cravings that you didn't expect? What's the go-to right now?
Nothing like ice cream and tomato sauce or anything like that. But I definitely, before I even knew I was pregnant, after the games, I had some downtime, and food just was not attractive to me at all. And I just felt weird whenever I would look at food, except for scrambled eggs. So all I wanted was scrambled eggs, and I was like, am I lacking protein? What is happening to me right now?
This is before you knew you were pregnant.
This is before I knew I was pregnant, but I was pregnant at the time, now that I look back. And so scrambled eggs was even dinner, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. We were in Australia at the time, and every meal I had scrambled eggs of some sort. And it was so funny because everyone's like, why do you want scrambled eggs? I don't know, but that's all I feel like, and that's all I feel like I can stomach right now. And yeah, scrambled eggs it was.
We're probably getting around the time where you probably can't get on a plane to travel to Australia, so yes. I assume we're giving birth in the States?
Yes, so plan A is to give birth in the States, ensuring I have my insurance all sorted, I'm comfortable with the OB that I choose, and, there are a few things that still need to be put in place in order for me to do it. The latest I can fly is actually 36 weeks. So I probably would like to actually fly no later than 34, 35 weeks. And currently I'm 28 weeks. So I'm very conscious of that. But while we're in Australia, just in case this didn't work out, we have a plan B, and it's a very solid plan B, and everything is already ready to go. I just have to fly over and have the baby, essentially. So that gives me confidence as well that I have so many different options to choose from. And if I wake up next week and be like, nah, we got to go home, then
You still have the option
we
to
still
change
have
your
that
mind.
option, yeah. But as soon as 36 weeks comes, I'm here, and we're here to stay. But Shane is obviously coaching a lot of proven athletes this season, and May is a very big month. So to take a lot of pressure off that and allow him to be able to do his job and allow him to be able to, you know, accommodate the athletes that he's dedicating his time to, we wanted to be as accessible as possible and make that a little bit of an easier transition. But yeah, it's going to be full on.
What are some of the roles that you have at the Proven Camp now, since you're not focused on making it to the games and you have a Proven team and all of these other individual athletes coming in at this time?
Yeah, I think when it comes to Proven, I want to be super hands-on, but also not in the way. So as an athlete, I'm very conscious of my surroundings, and I want to have an environment where everyone is aiming for the same thing, standing on top of the podium at the end of the day. And that means the athletes as well. You know, you're not training to just participate for the CrossFit Games. You're training because you want to win. And, you know, that's something that I've had to work on over the years, because that's not how it started out for me. But with all of that in mind, and I would still consider that I have a very athlete type of mindset right now. And as I transition into it, it's actually really funny, because I feel like I would have naturally gone into more of a motherly instinct and, you know, maybe softened a little bit. But I can't help but think, no, like that athlete mindset is still a part of who I am. And with that, I'm very conscious of that, making sure I'm not in the way or anything like that. But as I am walking around the gym and I'm seeing these athletes move and work out, I do find appropriate times to go up and say, hey, try to be a bit more efficient through this way. Or, you know, let's focus on your technique this way, because obviously they're going to have coaches watching them every single day through the likes of Shane, Nick, Dwight, and Will. But as an athlete and someone that's actually performed this and had to do this and find an efficient way of this over the last few years, I feel like I can offer a different perspective as well. And that's definitely something that I've been running with, alongside of working with, you know, Shane and Nick and the rest of the team, to getting our brand out there a little bit more. Normally I'm so tailored and my attention is really all about competing and training and winning. But now I can take a step back and take advantage of this downtime for myself, especially before the baby comes, and actually, you know, help with the growth of Proven and allowing Proven to actually flourish. Because sometimes I find that, you know, I take precedence when it comes to Shane's priorities versus Proven, and poor Proven comes in second sometimes. So it's been a really great opportunity to obviously have Nick now as the CEO, and, you know, making sure he's running over all the operations and helping the brand grow. And then, yeah, allowing Shane and I to take a step back and actually use what we've learnt to actually help others apply themselves more too.
2024, are we going to expect you to come back?
Oh, man, I hope so. I don't want to speak too early, right? Because I've never been through pregnancy. I've never been through birth. And I'm told it's very, very challenging, but I'm up for the challenge. And I couldn't have any more fire to get back out on that competition floor than what I have now, which is so crazy to think, because I thought the day I become a mom and the day I fall pregnant will be the day I turn the page and start a new chapter. And the reality of that is actually happening. But when I embarked on this journey to become an athlete and try and chase that world champion title, I wanted to do it to have stories for my future children. And so that why has become a reality now. And my new why is to just show, all right, let's do this together now. And that is just, it gives me goosebumps just thinking about it, because it's just so rewarding, but it's also so exciting. And it's not just going to be Shane and I, it's going to be the three of us, and we're going to be just trying to take over the world together. And that's just so exciting and so motivating, and something that I'm shocked, but so excited for.
Thanks, Tia. And thanks to everyone at the Proven Training Camp for their hospitality while I was there. Make sure that you subscribe and turn on the notifications on our YouTube channel so that you don't miss all the content that we're pumping out, like my brand new show, Death By, and all of our team's studio segments. Make sure you find us on Instagram and become a Patreon member for exclusive content. From all of us here at Talking Elite Fitness, I'm Lauren Kalil, and we'll see you next time.